The modern way of making records, the way I learned, I have a digital audio workstation, and you can download, if you know where to go. When I was in college, you could download all of the bits of software that emulate Neves and SSLs and, Ampex and all of this stuff. And you have no idea what any of it does, what you're supposed to do with it. And you just start messing around with EQs and compressors. What are your thoughts generally on the way we do things now and the way we can learn now versus the original way?
Well, if you're learning at, let's say, a college, I trust that what they teach you is correct. If you want to make a record that way, you should. What they don't teach anywhere is that listen to what you're doing. You don't need a compressor on that, or EQ. I find that most of these guys are reticent to not use EQ, compressor, reverb. It's just, I mixed a record for George Michael years ago.
Which one?
I don't know.
Okay.
And it was on it was on Pro Tools, and each track had 6 elements in it, compressors, EQs, tape simulators. I mean, there was so much stuff. I couldn't get sound right. I eventually had to eliminate all this stuff and do it the way I would do it. But people don't realize it's music. It should sound like, and they don't know, being able to walk into a room and hear people playing. Like when I did Moondance, it was everybody playing live. There was Van and his guitar, and he would sing while he played, plus another guitar, plus keyboard, bass, drums, and 2 or 3 horns. And they were all set up in the room, and you had to mic it so that, it didn't interfere with one another. But there was one day we were cutting a song that it looked like Van had a new guitar, and it just didn't sound like everything he'd done so far. And I walked out into the room and I put my head down by the center of his guitar and listened to him play. And, and I ended up changing the mic and placing it differently, and it's not about, well, I've got this is what he's playing right now, and I'll fix it in the mix. It's just, that's not the way we grew up making music. When you listen to the Beatles and you go, how did these guys do this? And so complete. And so you listen to Abbey Road and you're in the headphones and you go, it's amazing. You're so totally compelled to what they've done and how they've recorded it. I listened to, up until about 2005, I still thought about listening to music I've always listened to, and would do that and would love it. I had stuff loaded on my iPod that, I want to hear all the time. And these days, I'm trying to think of the music that's being recorded. Would I say even the music from the start of 2000, would I want to hear this 10 years away from this? Is there something there that really captures the emotion of what this person is doing that I'll always want to listen to this? I'll always want to listen to the Beatles. I don't want to hear a lot of stuff that's 99% of the stuff that's being done.
You can't imagine anything having the same kind of profound effect as the first piano chords in A Day in the Life, for example, when that creeps in. Yeah?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I hate to be bent so hard on music today. And I think some of these guys are good performers. It's hard to know what's being played live, what's being recorded. Are there, a lot of people bring computers with them, and a lot of it comes out via what's been recorded. So it's hard to say that there's the same essence of, oh, I really want you to hear my music. I don't get that from anybody.
There is a preponderance of people from whom you feel, I want to be famous, not I want you to hear my music.
Great analogy.